Welcome to Universal Entrepreneurs Toastmasters. My name is Abhijit Joshi. Everyone, please mute their mics and please turn on your cameras. Let me introduce our fearless president, Frederica Alexander Durand. Frederica, it's all you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this part of the world. Welcome to Universal Entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club. This is an advanced club, and this is our 15th meeting. Our members are passionate about the Toastmasters dream. And as a specialty club, we concentrate on developing entrepreneurs. And for 15th time, we will have engaging theme. We always do at this meeting. And at the end of the meeting, we can say we have great takeaways where we have learned and we have grew as entrepreneurs. If you want to be part of this successful entrepreneurs team, we are still open to accepting members. So we do ask that if you're interested, check our VPM, and that is DTM Raghu. I forgot to make special welcome to I think we have our area director in our midst. Welcome if you are here, and do enjoy the rest of the meeting. I will now hand over to our Toastmaster of the day, who will be none other than our fair lady, Jaymol George, another passionate Toastmaster. Welcome, Jaymol.
Thank you so much, Frederica, for that phenomenal, wonderful, positive welcome. Now I have a question for you. Who here wants a happy life? Raise your hands. And who here likes to say, I will be happy when I make a certain money or award? Come on, guys, let's be happy now and not later. The theme is leading with gratitude. And gratitude is vital for our happiness. The key to a happy life is not fame, wealth, achievement, or even relationship. It's putting gratitude at the center of everything you do. Gratitude creates feeling of belonging. You and I have left an organization and even a relationship because we don't feel like we belonged. And when we feel belonged, we give our best. And you may think, what is gratitude? It's not showering a bunch of thank yous or saying, oh, you're great, or high-five team members. But expressing gratitude works their magic when they are genuine, specific, and timely. Leading this way not only is about giving credit where it's due, but knowing where it's due. I have more information about gratitude and leading with gratitude. I will be sharing that information throughout the meeting. So before I do that, let me go ahead and introduce the role bearers. So for now, we have timer. Abhijit is our timer. Abhijit, can you share your role, please?
Abhijit, you're on mute.
Let's go on to our grammarian. We'll come back to timer later. Grammarian, can you please share your role?
Sure, Toastmaster of the day. A month and a half ago, when I was going through some very annoying quarter life crisis, a very good friend of mine told me that even if everything around you feels bad, if everything around you feels like it's stuck in a rump, there must be at least one thing in your entire day of 24 hours that must be making you feel happy about it. Why don't you try to manifest it in your day, and why don't you write about what happened and why you should be grateful about it? And if today there's something that I would like to add into my gratitude journal, it will be the opportunity to be a part of this meeting today. Hello everyone, I am Toastmaster Sonal and I am the grammarian for today's meeting. As the grammarian, I will be noting down the brilliant usage of grammar that all of us here will be making, and also the bits and pieces that could have been better. I will also be sharing the word and the idiom of the day. And for that, let me share my screen. Is it visible? All right, so the word of the day is indebted, which means owing gratitude for something. And its usage would be, I would be indebted if you use the word and the idiom of the day in today's meeting. And the idiom of the day is to thank one's lucky stars, which means to express gratitude for a lucky thing that has happened to you. And I thank my lucky stars that Saturdays are not working days. I will be sharing the word and the idiom of the day in the chat as well. So feel free to use it as much as you want to, and I'll come back with my report towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Sonal. I thank my lucky stars that I am surrounded by passionate Toastmasters. And it is Saturday morning here, and I feel blessed to be with you all. So now let me call upon Timer to share the role. Timer?
Thank you, Jaymol. As a timer, my role is to time each and every speech's evaluations and table topics. For a speech, I'm going to show a green at 5, a yellow at 6, and a red at 7. After that, there will be a 30-second grace period. For an evaluation, I'll show a green at 2 minutes, a yellow at 2:30, and a red at 3. For a pitch evaluation, which is 1 to 2 minutes, very similar to table topics, I'll show a green at 1, a yellow at 1:30, and a red at 2. At the end, I'm going to share my report. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Abhijit. Now next, what we have are prepared speeches. So I'm going to call upon the evaluator for the first speech. That will be Federica, to share the purpose of Durga's speech.
Today, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Today I have the privilege, and I thank my lucky star for being the evaluator for Toastmaster Durga. The purpose of her project is to learn and review basic research methods and present a well-organized and a well-researched speech on any topic. She has the privilege of presenting it in any style that she wants, humorous, informational, or any. Toastmaster Durga, you have 5 to 7 minutes, and I look forward to your speech entitled Learn to be Young from the Dynamic Leadership Level 1, Research and Presenting.
Thank you, Federica. Durga, learn to be young. Learn to be young, Durga.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters. Just please confirm me. Hope my screen is visible to you all. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Good morning and good evening, Toastmasters. How many of you are young? Any doubt? Yes, I'm asking you right. How many of you are young? Or any wish of being young? Somewhere, something like so, no? Yes, I will tell you today how we can be young. And it is in our hands. As want to be young and how can be young, I'm going to share you all the secrets. Right. Very recently, I proved to be young and something so on. You want to have any guesses, any sharings of yours, how we can be young? Any guesses from you all? At least. Any
Eat
inputs?
healthy.
Healthy, yes.
Yeah.
Sleep more.
Sleep more. Yes, that is also
Play
one more.
with your children.
Play with
Yeah,
your
by the
children.
new
Yes.
Children, and you'll automatically become young.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, these are true. As
I have seen in
rightly
the
said.
newspaper. I have
Pardon me?
seen in the newspaper they are changing the younger generation blood. So because of the blood, they are looking young.
Yeah. That is a scientific way of approach. Anyways, so as Peter Beck said, always keep learning. It keeps you young. You become young by learning. In the same way, I started my learning by data analytics as a student after 13 years of my professional career. And of course, I become young. To be more detailed, any guesses on latest buzzing words for nowadays? Any buzzing words you are hearing, especially on technical side?
Bitcoin.
Are you hearing any? Pardon me?
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. Yes,
AI.
that is one.
AI.
AI. Yes, that's true. And any other these things?
Robot.
Robot, of course. That is nothing but machine learning, right? So are these artificial intelligence and machine learning are one and the same, or they are different? Let's have a small light on this learning. Anyway, I'm using this platform to share my learnings on this way, on this platform. So data science, to be precise, data science is a science which works on data. It is a study of various processes and deriving to the output to extend our business or to know our business. In this study, it takes into the consideration of statistics and day-to-day updates and requirements. So what is the scope of data science nowadays? Why it is that much famous? What is the scope of data science? Scope of data science is none other than it is there in healthcare industry, banking industry, and of course in e-commerce. It is there. E-commerce, banking industry, healthcare industry, and digital advertisements are the few examples of data science. Let's see how it is affecting and supporting in our day-to-day life. Data science occupies a major role in our day life. Thanks to data science, technologies, platforms like Spotify and Netflix have taken entertainment to another level. From the music you prefer to the shows you want to watch, everything is influenced by data. Almost all of us frequently use something like just Google it whenever someone gets with something. The phrase has become ubiquitous, but we often fail to recognize the role of data science that's making it possible. All the search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, AOL, Ask, etc. leverage data science algorithms to come up with the best results for the search query within a fraction of a second. Without the data science, without the presence of data science, these search engines would not have been the same as today. Not only they are there for weather patterns, online gaming, airline planning, search recognition, and whatnot. They are there for face recognition. Anything missed out? Anything you feel AI and machine learning is covering? I think I covered maximum. Any inputs? You are feeling anything I missed out? There AI is playing its role?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, why machine learning becomes more popular these days? How data science is affecting our day life? Already we discussed now. Nowadays, artificial intelligence also came into the picture, right? What does this artificial intelligence do? AI helps the user to do something they are unable to do. It is like an automatic human. AI main goal is nothing but to make the machine think without the human intervention. Machine learning is a subset of AI. Machine learning provides statistical tools to explore or understand the data. Here comes picture of the deep learning, which is nothing but making machine learning. For example, we want to create a self-driving car. self-drive, for which data works with the help of statistics, algebra, mathematical data with the help of AI and ML, and gives the output for requirements and model building. All the above steps are called data science. Needless to say, more required one is fraud detection. Fraud detection is one of the major benefits from above all. This is the main and most important option what we are enjoying nowadays, right? So we used to enjoy all this data in the past too. What is the specialty of nowadays? Why this much famous it is? This is nothing but the data has increased exponentially over the past few years. There is no perfect, hassle-free, fast process of maintaining data and giving an output till date. Unlike traditional planning, machine learning is an automated process. It is an automatic process. It can increase the value of your embedded analytics in many areas, including data preparation, natural language interfaces, automatic outlier detection, recommendations, and causality and significance detection. All of these features help speed our user insights and reduce decision bias. For instance, if you want to predict who will pay the bills late, to identify the input, we need to enter customer demographics and bills, and the output automatically comes pay late or not, whether they paid or not immediately. And let all these things will be done by machine learning. It will create an outcome of the model. To have a glimpse of this, let's have a clear idea on the screen where when we have a business problem, we will try to acquisite some data from whatever data is available, and we will try to clean it up. Whatever, if any null values are there, anything is there, with some process, we will try to clean it up, and we will exploit the data, and then finally give all the cleaned data to the machine learning. It makes algorithms and predict the model accuracy and deploy the model. This is what all made me young today. Thank you. Not lost, but I should tell you, I'm indebted to share you all this help was done by my son. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Durga. Thanks for sharing knowledge today and making us young by sharing us about AI and telling us that, we should continue to learn. Now let's take a 1 minute of silence to give Durga feedback, constructive feedback. So while we do that, let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude inspires people to reach their potential and also better understand the true nature of their contributions. Research shows there's a staggering deficit of gratitude in the workplace. 81% of working adults say they would work harder if their boss were more grateful for their work. Ungrateful leaders suffer from information deficit. And when you ask them why they are not getting better results, they have a hard time answering that. We'll find out more how to give genuine gratitude as we move along the meeting.
Good to go, Jaymol.
Okay, thank you. So our next speaker is Tosin, and his evaluator is Kalpana. Kalpana, can you share Tosin's speech purpose, please?
Hi, greetings of the day, everyone. I have some challenges with my camera, so I'm not able to on my camera. Today, Toastmaster Tosin is attempting his level 1 research and presentation project from Strategic Relationship Pathway. The purpose of the project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Toshin. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Tosin, why gratitude? Why gratitude? Tosin.
Good afternoon, good day, good morning. I don't know what time it is where you are, but hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be speaking to every one of you today. Why gratitude? So most of us are probably familiar with the figure of speech, the Midas touch. Are we as familiar with the story or the myth from which it originated? So it actually originates from the story of King Midas, obviously, who had the opportunity to wish for anything he wanted and wished for more gold, despite the fact that he already had more than enough of that. His wish was eventually granted by Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, carnival, and performance, who bestowed upon him the power to change anything he touched into gold. At first, of course, the king was excited. He was elated and ecstatic about his new powers. He could literally turn anything he touched to gold. And so, of course, he ran across his palace, touching anything he could find and turning it into gold instantly. But all of this excitement was short-lived. And why? The king quickly realized that he had lost some of the things dearest to him, ranging from food to his beloved daughter. All for what? All for more gold. Turns out golden grapes aren't edible after all. You know, this story usually strikes us, myself included, as one of greed, one of wanting more than we need. But what if I told you it's also one of gratitude? Or should I say ingratitude? Simply put, gratitude is the quality of being thankful. But unfortunately, as simple as this sounds, it eludes most of us, not because we have nothing to be thankful for, but because we choose to focus on the things we think we deserve, which we actually do not have. The truth is, whether we are grateful or not has less to do with what our actual circumstances are and more to do with our mindset and mental perspective. It really is all about what we choose to focus on. Now, this all sounds sort of abstract. And because I know some of us can only be convinced by nothing but hard facts, I'm here to share with you 3 scientifically proven benefits of being grateful. The first is that gratitude improves our physical and mental health. According to a 2012 study published in Personality and Individual Differences, grateful people report feeling fewer aches and pains, and also report feeling healthier than others. There is also the fact that grateful people are actually more likely to look after their health and exercise more often, which leads to further longevity. I mean, this actually makes sense if you think about it, because at the end of the day, only people who actually appreciate who they are, appreciate their bodies, and are grateful for it will even bother to take care of it at all. In terms of mental health, Dr. Robert A. Emmons, a leading gratitude researcher, conducted several studies on the link between gratitude and well-being, after which he concluded that gratitude increases happiness and reduces depression. Now, I don't know how much you care about your physical and your mental health, so it might not be that important to you, or maybe the second benefit would appeal better. Gratitude improves your self-esteem. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Applied Sports Psychology showed that gratitude increased an athlete's self-esteem, thereby increasing their chances of delivering optimal performances. The reason for this is people who are grateful are less likely to indulge in what we would refer to as social comparison, comparing your job to your neighbor's job, comparing your income to your neighbor's income, comparing how attractive you are to the models you see on Instagram and other social media platforms. As a result of this, they actually focus more on their own growth and personal development, while also being able to appreciate the success of others without any resentment. Because they are able to appreciate others sincerely, they are more likely to form new, lasting, and beneficial relationships. And finally, gratitude increases mental strength. A 2006 study published in Behavioral Research and Therapy found that Vietnam War veterans with higher levels of gratitude actually experienced lower levels of post-traumatic stress disorder. And even after the towers crashed in 9/11, the famous terrorist event, the truth is, it was observed that people who managed to stay grateful through this terrible and tragic event actually managed to be more resilient through the ordeal. It turns out that if you actually are able to focus on the things you have to be thankful for during tough times, you're actually likely to make it through those tough times better and stronger. So I've mentioned 3 reasons. Gratitude improves our physical and mental health. Gratitude improves our self-esteem, and gratitude increases our mental strength. The simple summary of this all is we are better versions of ourselves when we choose to be grateful. You would agree with me that we should learn to thank our lucky stars more often, wouldn't you? If being better versions of ourselves doesn't motivate you to become more grateful, then the thought of losing even the things you have should scare you into being grateful. In the story of King Midas, for example, he was fortunate enough to have his power taken from him and his daughter restored after he pleaded with Dionysus for mercy. But we might not be as lucky as he was. I shudder at the thought of the precious things I could possibly lose simply because I neither appreciate them nor recognize just how dear they truly are. In other words, because I fail to realize how indebted I am, I might lose precious things. As you either start or continue on the journey of well-being through gratitude, let the following words serve as a regular guide and reminder. All that is gold does not glitter. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Tosin. That was really great topic, be grateful and express gratitude. I recently came across a quote, inhale love, exhale gratitude. And you're right, give it now, give gratitude now, give it often, and don't be afraid. So with that, let's take a 1 minute of silence to give feedback to Tosin's speech. You can give in private chat. Now, who thinks fear is the best motivator? Is that a myth or true?
True.
It works well for procrastination.
Actually, it's a myth. Fear is not the best motivator. There are plenty of fear-based managers who keeps their employees in a constant state of anxiety. Research shows about 1/3 of the managers using fear in some form. These are managers who feel intimidated by employees that shine or managers that lack self-confidence. And how they project fear is by saying things like, if you don't hit our goals next month, I don't know if I can protect you guys, or a long list of people who love your jobs. There are a long list of people who would love your jobs. So what happens is these employees spend their afternoon realizing how lucky they are or not. But fear is not the best motivator. You need to be grateful and also provide timely help, timely acknowledgement, and sincere acknowledgement. Okay, so the time is up. Now let's have our pitch. Our evaluator pitch is Kevin, and Kevin is going to give his pitch. So take it away, Kevin.
You should join Toastmasters. It's probably one of the most common things said by a Toastmaster to another Toastmaster. Like, really, man? We're both Toastmasters already. So for my yet another pitch about Toastmasters. I want to tell you why Toastmasters for entrepreneur. Not because I was an entrepreneur, but because I was a VC, venture capitalist. Now that caught your attention. If there's one aspect about VCs that prioritize anything in a startup, that would be the people. The reason is simple. No startup can stick to a plan from beginning to end and be successful. Every single successful startup pivot at least once, most of them a handful of times. That have been through crises, whether it was technological, financial, or legal. In this unpredictable lifetime of a startup, no matter how good of a due diligence a VC can make, the numbers, the stats, the specs, none of them reflect how the startup can actually overcome these obstacles. Only the people. And to be more specific, the trust built by a history of effective communication indicate the resilience of the startup. In one of our startups, the CEO proposed to rewrite tens of thousands of lines of code in a couple of weeks when faced with the possibility of the company's product to be jeopardized. It's a decision between two huge risks: rewriting tens of thousands of code versus facing the potential obsolete product. It not only took courage to make this decision, but also the presentation skills to align the employee's vision and the convincing skills to persuade us, the investors, the right risk to take. We agreed to the rewrite due to the trust we had in the CEO because of the upfront, honest, and respectful our interactions in the past were. If the CEO was more secretive and obstinate, it would have been a completely different story. The startup got acquired with a valuation of hundreds of millions of dollars, almost a unicorn. Retrospectively, if they had not earned our trust through effective communication, we could have rejected their proposal and sent this startup into oblivion. Some startups and founders antagonize each other, and this is because there have been instances where the VC tries to scam the founders or vice versa. However, VCs and founders really should be indebted to each other. For good VCs and good founders, they align on one thing. They both want the startup to succeed. VCs and founders just have different perspectives, and they should. That's what makes both parties essential. But it takes communication to share these perspectives. Guess what Toastmasters can provide you? Active listening allows you to understand each other's viewpoints. Giving effective feedback allows the opportunity to share these viewpoints. Then, inspiring presentation allows you to convince each other and align your visions. The accumulation of these acts is what builds trust. All of this you can learn in Toastmasters. So what are you waiting for? The earlier you join, the earlier you get to practice these skills. So join Toastmasters, or even better, join Universal Entrepreneurs Toastmasters. Back to you, Toastmaster.
That is fabulous. Join Toastmasters. Fabulous pitch. Now, moving on with the theme. Developing genuine gratitude involves carefully observing what employees are doing, walking in their shoes, developing greater empathy, and sincerely trying to understand the challenges they face. It's about seeing good things happening and expressing heartfelt appreciations for the right behavior. Gratitude inspires people to reach their potential and also better understand the true nature of their contributions. So let's continue to give gratitude to everyone that we come across and also give gratitude to ourselves. Now with that, let's move on to table topics. Our table topics master is Raghu. Raghu, the floor is yours.
Raghu, can you unmute?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I believe first impression is the best impression, irrespective of whatever anyone says. How we make it is how we are utilizing the time that is given to us. Time is very limited. When someone asks you a question on the spot, when someone puts you on the spot, maybe your customer, maybe your boss, maybe anyone in your family, including your wife, especially wife. That 1 to 2 minute answer makes a lot of difference. So here in Toastmaster, just like a swimming pool, you get chance to learn to swim and to be prepared for the critical situations in your life. So let's come swim together and learn together. So who is going to first? Who wants to take the topic as first? Okay, great. Puneet.
Yes, GTM Raghu. Am I audible?
You're audible and visible, Puneet.
Thank you.
Forgive because you deserve peace. Toastmaster Puneet. Forgive because you deserve peace.
This topic couldn't have come at the most appropriate time in my life. Greetings, everyone. A very profound topic indeed. Forgive because you deserve peace. And just few days back, I read a powerful quote which somehow resonates with what was happening in my life. Just to give a little contextual clarity, just a week before, my engagement was broken. It was called off. And I still don't know what exactly happened. Because I felt 2 months of courtship period was going fine. And I would say good in my opinion. And I was supposed to get married on the month of January. But this came as a huge shock. And for the first few days, I wasn't able to come to terms with that situation, fellow Toastmasters. More than the feeling of losing out to someone, it was that pain which came when I see the tears in my father's eyes. Although I was a little distressed of not able to continue that relationship, but that pain when you see on your father's and your mother's eye is something which cannot be expressed in words. Just yesterday we came to know the actual reason when the girl's father said that there was lack of similar interest. In fact, I enjoyed Toastmasters and reading books, whereas she is the complete opposite. This is just one example out there which I'm quoting. So this was one specific reason. And having said that, I believe distinguished Toastmaster Raghu, your topic couldn't have come at the right time for me. And of course, yes, the best thing which you can do to inculcate peace within yourself is to talk with your loved ones. Because when you share your grief, the grief becomes divided. And when you share your happiness, the happiness becomes multiplied. So the best way you can achieve peace is to share your concerns with your loved ones because you really deserve peace. We all deserve peace, isn't it? Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Puneet. It also gives me an idea that Toastmaster can start a matrimonial service so that this disturbances doesn't happen. Toastmaster marries a Toastmaster. Thank you very much. Who is going second? Okay, let me pick up. Xiao, you want to try?
Me?
Right. You want to go?
Sorry, what's the topic of the table topic? Sorry.
What made you laugh or smile today? Xiao, what made you laugh or smile today?
Yeah, what made me laugh and smile? Yeah, I believe the things make people and me are happy. That make me feel laugh and smile. And I quite agree with today's topic. Everyone should be grateful for everything. That's a very important communication way because it has make yourself look at how you communicate with the world, with other people. In the real world, it's very important to know how make other people feel and how your own feeling. The first aspect is the relationship between you and the other people. So, being the grateful and showing your thankful to other people is very important. That make other people knows that how you thinking about them, how you feel about them. Yeah. The second aspect is how yourself can feel in this world. So if as other speaker said, if you can be more optimistic and be more thankful to the world, yeah, you will be more peace and have better relationship with the world, with other people. So yeah, that's very important, and I think being gratitude and is a way to make you feel love and smile. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Xiao, well said that it's the gratitude that makes everyone get the smile on their face. Hrishikesh, can you go next? Toastmaster Hrishikesh. Hrishikesh, do we have still one? Okay, no problem. Yes, Anna.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry, I can't put my camera on. It's not working.
No problem, Anna. Do you want to try a topic?
Sure, I'll try.
Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Yes, Anna.
Be the change that I wish to see in the world. I have to thank my lucky stars that I got the opportunity to speak on this question. I believe that individuals should be very outspoken as to what they believe should happen and shouldn't happen. So therefore, if I have to be the change that I want to see in the world, it means therefore that I need to start by speaking my truth, identifying my why, and making sure that my why coincides with my values of honesty, respect, and integrity. So in everything that I do, I have to make sure that I practice these values so that others who are looking on, the people I interact with, they will be able to see these qualities and also be able to want to make the changes and practice them as well. In order to make these changes, I'm also indebted to the many people that I have around me who ensures that I practice these same policies that I want to see. So definitely, to be the change I want to see in the world, I have to first start with me and practice the things that I believe in: honesty, respect, and integrity. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Anna. Pratyusha, do you want to try? Pratyusha?
Hi, I'm in a noisy environment right now. I'd like to do it later.
No problem.
But thank you.
Mohammed? No problem. Mohammed, do you want to try? No problem. Venkat, do you want to go?
Sure, Raghu.
If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Toastmaster Venkat.
Thank you, Raghu. If opportunity doesn't knock, build your door. I think this is so apt because in life, I don't think opportunity comes knocking. You have to build your own opportunities. It's not easy, right? Especially when you're out waiting for opportunities, anything will come to you. You need to go be proactive and work on what you want to do in the life. And we all need to be indebted to our stars, lucky stars, because we have so much things at our disposal. And instead of looking at something else, like, okay, I need to get something more in my life, you look at what you have around you and do something useful for the society. You can be a change, like you asked before, Raghu, you can be a change to the society. You can be the change agent and do good, even starting at very small things like going to a community service and helping there. And that's an opportunity to be grateful. It's not about building your own wealth or your own well-being is the most important thing. That's not the only thing. You need to look out for the whole society, and you need to look for giving it back to society. And that's the opportunity I think we should look out and build the doors to knock rather than being selfish. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Venkat. Nishit, can you go next?
Sure can.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Toastmaster Nishit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. That's a great topic. Success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It's very similar to the other idiom I've heard, that step to success starts with a failure, right? We often, we talked about how fear is not a great motivator. I think fear of failure oftentimes demotivates us from following the path, continuing on that path to be the successful. I personally have encountered a lot of failures in my past, and there are some times where I have given up, and I regret it now, thinking back to it, because since I didn't continue with that journey, I missed out on the opportunity that I could have made me something more than I am today. But at the same time, when we do have success, we should not let it get to our head. Just like everything else, success itself is also a journey, right? Once you achieve success, there's of course more you can do. You can help somebody else get to that point that you've been to. You can mentor somebody. So don't let the success go to your head, and be humble and be charitable with your cause so that somebody can be indebted to you in future. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Raghu.
Thank you very much, Nishit. One last topic. Toastmaster Martin, do you want to go?
Try it.
There is nothing impossible to him who will try. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. Toastmaster Martin.
Well, that's a very apt theme for my I will try. So we will see if a table topic session is impossible for me. But let's say very precise quote. I would definitely agree, and throughout my whole life, I'm kind of using this in some sort of guiding principle for me, because there is an infinite amount of opportunities and lucky stars you can follow. But if you don't pick one, or if you stay in the same spot, you will never grow. You will never find the true lucky star, which makes you happy, which makes you grateful. And I believe that you need to experiment. You need to try. You need to fail sometimes, but it's not fatal. And sometimes you will eventually find the thing which makes you happy and which makes you grateful. And I forgot what was the original theme. I completely lost myself. Well, I see yellow. Back to you, Raghu.
No problem. Thank you, Martin. Pratyusha, I see you back. Do you want to try?
Yes, I'd like to try.
Okay, one last topic. I'll try to adjust time for you. Give light and people will find a way. Give light and people will find a way. Toastmaster Pratyusha.
Give life and people will find a way. I'm actually very nervous because this is one of my first public speaking activities. But at the same time, I'm indebted to all the people here for giving me a chance to speak. Give life and people will find a way. So I think if you share the gratitude you possess to someone else who is having a low time or having a hard time, they will be able to go through it with less pressure, and it will really help them.
You can continue, Pratyusha.
Yes. So yeah, I think it's necessary as a fellow human being to be there as a supportive person to another human being who is going through something tough, and share empathy to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pratyusha. Thank to each and every speaker, and especially Pratyusha for coming and giving our first table topic. I wish you all the best for your future. I will pass the control back to our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, lady of the room, Jaymol.
Thank you so much, Raghu. Wonderful table topics. And this reminds me that feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So I urge each and every one of you to express your gratitude today and more often. Anytime you get an opportunity, express gratitude, because like Tosin said, it improves our self-esteem, our mental health, and we see things differently because we assume positive intent and we look for small wins. And when we tailor it to the individual, it makes it even more better. The more you give, the more you get. Now with that, let me call upon our evaluators. So now we are moving to the evaluation section. So we have Federica to evaluate Durga's speech. Federica?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. This is what makes you young, learning. I remain indebted to Toastmaster Durga for such a well-researched and presented speech. What you brought to light was how data science through artificial intelligence can assist us to stay young. The purpose of your speech was to present a well-researched speech, and I can say you met the objectives from there. What I liked about that speech, you started engaging your audience from the get-go. So even I could not maybe understand certain things, from the time you engaged me and you engaged the audience, you had our attention. We had to sit and listen. We had no choice. Your gestures were adequate. Eye contact, although you use your slides, the eye contact was there. What I liked again was the presentation of your slides. That made me understand what you were presenting. When you took me from the traditional style to the machine learning style, I looked at the slides and I understood that well. So I have to say kudos to you. Now, to present a speech, you have to ensure that the audience understands. And therefore, in your next speech, try using some more pauses. That will bring further clarity to your speech. And one thing some of us maybe did not get well was the word young. It came out like so I was there like, but I understand we all speak differently. So the word is young. So it would come out like, I want to put up my hand. What makes me young? Because I'm interested in staying young. So the pronunciation was a bit of a problem, but I know with time, you will improve. I have to say congrats on a speech well done. I love your presentation slides. I wish I could have them for me to take time to digest it. Your gestures were adequate. Your eye contact was there. But in future, try to add some pauses. I too had to do that. Add some pauses, give less information so I can squeeze in my speech within the allotted time. Thanks again, Toastmaster Duga, for a job done, and I wish you all the best on your next speech. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Federica. Our next evaluator is Kalpana. Kalpana, please give the speech evaluation for Tosin.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Greetings to one and all, and special greetings to my target speaker, Toastmaster Tosin. I always believe that gratitude is the best medicine. It heals your mind, your body, and your spirit, and attracts more things to be grateful for and helps us to live purposefully. I would like to evaluate in your speech in the traditional CRS methodology. I observed the following commendations in your speech. 1. Your speech started with a story and well connected with audience in the context of your speech. 2. You have stated the benefits of the gratitude. This way, you are influencing people on why people have to be gratitude. That was good takeaway for everyone. In the summary, you have also connected back to the initial story that you have started, which established good transition and good conclusion of your speech. 4, you also gave references to the studies and research that you have identified and referred to them in your speech. And coming to the recommendations, if I would be the speaker, then I would add the following into the speech. 1, use of pauses to help audience connect well. Placing some pauses will always help audience to take the content and connect very well and feel that as if it is happening now. I would use voice modulation more often and ensure that there is different variation on the vocal varieties. I would also add a personal anecdote of mine explaining why and how gratitude helped me to lead a better life. I would also mention what was my motivation towards giving research and presentation speech on this topic, gratitude. Overall, well-structured and well-presented speech, addition of few pauses with at least one personal life example on why we should be in depth and should thank one's lucky stars, and then your speech would become best from better. I congratulate you on completing your current project and wish you all the best for all your upcoming speeches. Thank you. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you so much. Now let's call upon the evaluation pitch evaluators. I now call upon Puneet to evaluate Kevin.
In one of the iconic books in the startup world, The Secret Hill to Sand Road by Scott Cooper, who is a managing partner at Andreessen Horowitz, talk about how they invest in an organization, and which is looking at the team and the people. And that's exactly what Toastmaster Kevin stressed about, which brings out to my first commendation. I love the way in which you sincerely brought in honesty, the trust, which was the foundation of the entire speech, which is effective communication. So it was clearly articulated in a nice way. And second one, which is the key takeaways. My favorite one, the act of listening, effective feedback and inspiring communication creates trust. So that was a strong benefit and a strong payoff which you shared. And third one, which is the contrast approach which you gave. So when you shared that example of a secretive CEO versus a trustworthy CEO, how it could cost billions, millions. So I really like that specific example which you gave. Now, Toastmaster Kevin, how can you take this speech and make it into a master speech? Here are a few recommendations. Number one, can you share little finances involved, the timeline? For example, you could have shared with just less than $100 a year, you can create a team which is trustworthy, honest, and which can take your startup to $1 million or acquisition. Or some specific example in terms of the finance involved, the timeline, the time commitment taken by the members, how much time do they need? Second one, cite resources. I feel if you have shared certain resources, for example, how Toastmasters has benefited people in the corporate world, so there are plenty of Forbes articles, fortunes are there on the internet. One or two research sites would have added a lot more credibility. And third, which is sharing a detailed example. When you share this example, right? VCs cheating on founders, founders cheating on VC. So I know founders cheating on VC as an example, wherein we had Adam Newman cheating, who was a co-founder of WeWork, cheating SoftBank. But I'm not sure the example where VC cheated founders. So maybe a little bit of detailed example would have added a lot of credibility. So to summarize, great speech when it comes to selecting trust as a theme. If you could work on finances, time involved, share specific resources, and you will take this speech to the next level. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. I now call upon Deepa, who's pitch evaluator 2.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaymol, and hello, Toastmaster Kevin. You are a persuader, influencer. You can get people to get to your way of thinking. I love that about you. You have an enthusiasm which felt genuine. You didn't oversell the idea and you didn't undersell it either, which is great. I like the way you dived straight to the point. You didn't, make it a suspense. You told outright what you're trying to pitch, what you're going to sell to the people who are sitting right in front of you that join Toastmasters. Why? I'll tell you. I like that part. And I also like the way you described the problem. You described the problem here. You're trying to solve a problem. What is the problem? That entrepreneurs are having problem communicating. That was very well described. You gave several examples of where things go wrong. And Puneet already mentioned it. So I'll mention the VC and the founder bit where you said this conflict always happening. Maybe that is a place where you could engage them as an audience by telling, I don't have to tell you this, but you must have experienced the conflict that happens between a VC and founder. Toastmasters has active listening, feedback, education lessons where you can get better at these aspects. Those could really sell. And the one thing for improvement is why is Toastmasters the USP, unique one? How does it compare with an external coach? What are the financial differences? You can just, show the contrasting figures, which will be like, oh my goodness, this is the right way to go. And maybe researching on how many entrepreneur clubs there are and the flexibility that it offers, that there are virtual clubs, the international appeal, and no matter how busy they are, they can attend a club anywhere. Those things could really sell the idea. And towards the ending, maybe you could have said, so join the 5 million people who have joined Toastmasters and transformed their lives. To know more, visit toastmasters.org and become a member of Universal Toastmasters. Otherwise, maybe like that. Otherwise, I'd really liked the detailed description of the problem, just the USP and comparison with the competition. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you. That's fabulous. Next, I will call upon Miriam, who will be our pitch evaluator 3.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Thank you to Kevin for selling Toastmaster in a unique way. I thoroughly enjoyed the pitch. People are always selling Toastmasters, but not in the way that you sold it to us today. You were very clear, like my previous evaluator said, you were very clear on the problem that is faced by startups. And you were also clear on the solution that is available to make sure that startups are successful. I enjoyed, that was very great in terms of your presentation. You also highlighted the benefits of Toastmasters, the key benefits, active listening, feedback, and great presentations, which is what helps startups to succeed in their businesses. I would have wanted you to give us some statistics, because whenever you are giving us a problem, stats will help us to understand how big is this problem, how many people have failed because they cannot communicate. So it would have been good to give us some stats so that we understand the impact of the failure to communicate or failure to lead. Otherwise, you managed to sell the sizzle of Toastmasters. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I call upon Timer to give Timer's report.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. Durga took 7 minutes, 1 second for her speech. Tosin took 6 minutes, 32 seconds. Kevin took 4 minutes and 5 seconds for his pitch. For table topics, Puneet took 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Zhao took 1 minute, 40 seconds. Anna took 1 minute, 30 seconds. Venkat, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Nishit, 1 minute, 31 seconds. Martin, 1 minute, 31 seconds. And Tusha, thank you so much for giving your first table topics, because when I gave my first table topics, I froze. So you made it to the green mark. So 1 minute, 13 seconds. That's fantastic. Frederica, for your evaluation, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Kalpana, for your evaluation, 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Puneet, your pitch evaluation, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Deepa, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Miriam, 1 minute, 28 seconds. Everyone wants within time limits. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. That was elaborate and fabulous Timer's report. I now call upon our grammarian to share your report.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. If I have to channel my inner Chandler Wing, could I be any more indebted to be a part of this meeting? And without further ado, let me quickly share my screen. Is it visible? All right. I have to thank my lucky stars the number of times everyone in this meeting used my word of the day and the idiom of the day. Durga, Tosin, Anna, Venkat, Nishit, Pratyusha, Frederica. Same goes for idiom of the day. Jaymol, Frederica, Tosin, Anna, Venkat, Kalpana. And moving on to things that could have been a tad bit better. That much famous could have been that famous, because that famous already implies a certain level of fame. Without data science, why XYZ becomes more famous? Why is XYZ so famous? More better could have been better, because better itself is a comparative form of speech. Coming on to the good usage of grammar, stuck in a rut means repetitive. Buzzword is a word or a phrase that is trending at a particular time. Midas touch is an uncanny ability for making money or, as a matter of fact, reaching any height of success in every venture. Jeopardize means to put something or someone in danger. And what a wonderful usage of analogies, metaphors, and quotes we saw in the meeting today. And that was my report. Back to Jaymol.
Thank you so much for the elaborate grammarian's report. And continuing with the theme and closing the theme, leaders at every company have discovered that when you express gratitude to employees for their efforts, and when that acknowledgement is authentic, specific, and timely, it can be a huge motivation and productivity booster, especially during tough times. So please lead with gratitude because that is valued and expected. And regularly express sincere appreciation. And also take it home. Be one person, both at work as well as home, so that you can give gratitude throughout, even to your loved ones as well, and give it more often. And with that, I pass the control back to the president of the club.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for a job well done. Let us give us some applause. We did appreciate the way you chaired this meeting. I always enjoy a Saturday morning for me. For you, it might be a Saturday evening, but being at Universal Entrepreneurs Toastmasters, I always learn something new. Give gratitude throughout and give it always. Be one person everywhere. Thank you, Toastmaster Jaymol. To our guest and our area director, I hope you did enjoy the meeting, but I will now give my area director a few minutes to give us a few words. Welcome, Eddie Martin.
Thank you, Frederica. I'm not sure if I will need a few minutes, but just a few words. Thank you for having me. It was a meeting full of energy. It's great to see that you are able to get that energy out of people, at least for me, with quite early morning. The topic really put my brain into the movement since I woke up just like 15 minutes before the meeting, so got me going. So great to see that for a new club you have full room of people, everybody is engaged. So for me as an area director, it's always great to see that club is healthy, doing well, people are engaged, and you have no trouble to run very successful meetings. So that makes me happy because it means less work for me too, right? And happy Toastmasters. I must say, especially Kevin's pitch, I almost signed up for my next club, but my Toastmaster engagement is already so big, so I need to keep it a little bit curbed. But great pitch. I would like to get it as an inspiration for other clubs who perhaps don't have as strong membership as yours. But what else I could say? Yeah, great club, great meeting. Thank you for having me, and I will visit you a couple times throughout the year, so I'm not seeing you for the last time. Thank you, Frederica.
Thank you, Eddie Martin. It was nice having you again, and we do have space every Saturday. Feel free to join in. Do not wait for your 2 visits, but please come when you have time. Give us the support that we need. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we'll just move. Deanna, I'm seeing you here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for coming, Deanna. To our guests who are here and want to give a comment, would really appreciate that. Anybody here would want to say something? Our guest, Patricia.
Thank you.
Hi, Deanna. Thank you for coming. That's cool. Patricia, I would like to hear a few words from you. Thanks.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being here, and I definitely learned a thing or two, and I'd like to be a part of this club more. It's great meeting new people and helping each other build confidence. I think it's helping me a great deal too.
Toastmasters, thank you. Toastmasters is a place where you learn and grow, and it's without prejudice. We are entitled to give everybody equal chance. And that is what we do at Universal Entrepreneurs Toastmasters. Everybody has a chance. It's a platform where we can make mistakes and grow. What do? Do you stay down or do you come back up? You come back up, and that is where you will learn and you will grow. So it's always good having you. I would like you to become a member for sure. Thank you. Guest next, Nishit. What do you have to say today, Nishit? Nice having you again. Is Eunice heat or what it is? He's watching. Sure.
Me?
Okay, Zhao, go ahead because Nishit is watching me, but he's still muted. Go ahead, Zhao.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I want to say I really enjoy the every time the Toastmasters for this club. Yeah. Every time I can hear a lot of high quality speech, and I can see every topic is interesting to me, and really enjoyed the speech and the club. Yeah. Thank you. I learned a lot.
Okay. Thank you. Nice having you here again. Do come again. We are waiting on you.